I am your host, Persiality. This is Reality with Persiality. And in studio, I have my guest, Sensei Herman Pastor. Our brand here on the show is about the individual finding his or her niche, thereby becoming the best version of him or herself. Niche is that which one does joyfully and is most competent at doing better than anyone else. My previous guest, Dr. Yvonne Lambe McFadden, specializes in training students who require special education. So she's the foremost expert worldwide when you narrow it down to students in southern Belize, whom she studied doing her doctoral thesis and wherein lies her stomping ground. No one in the entire world knows that narrow terrain, southern Belize, and in particular students with special needs, better than her. So that is her niche. We are here to find out whether my guest, Sensei Herman Pastor, a retired public servant, specific to the Ministries of Immigration and Labor, whether he has found his niche, that one thing which no other can do better than him. And he's joyful at doing to where he doesn't know where the time goes. So he has established himself as a worthy consultant with competencies in immigration and labor. So he has a consultancy to that end. However, the question remains whether he considers martial arts that one thing, and the Cayo District, where he pioneered the martial arts school, to be his stomping ground, calling it his niche. Notwithstanding, every journey has a beginning. Therefore, Sensei, briefly tell us about your early childhood, the district where you were born, and the early influences in your environment, that environment.
Good afternoon, Brother Lewis. Thanks for having me on your show. Uh, my early childhood started in Toledo. I was born in Toledo, in at that what they call the dump area, Ministry of Agriculture. My dad was a agriculture extension officer, so I was born at one of the substations there, and moved to Central Farm, Ministry of Agriculture, when I was like a month old, and been living in Cayo ever since. Um, I went to primary school in San Ignacio, Sacred Heart Primary School. Graduated from there and went to Sacred Heart High School in San Ignacio. Thereafter, attended the Belize College of Agriculture, and I pursued my career after that.
So, you see, you went to to the School of Agriculture.
Yes.
So you have that background. You have that background.
Well, once you go to the Belize College of Agriculture, you have a general background in almost every aspect of life, because you learn from mechanics, you learn you learn how to do your own budgeting, you learn how to
Okay.
survive from scratch. You know, it's a well run program.
Yes.
Usually people who go to Belize College of Agriculture can fit in anywhere.
Yes, but I'm talking about farming. Farming, you know.
Oh, farming.
Uh-huh. Do you did you learn how to farm there or no?
Of course. I've been in farming since I was a child. Right
Okay.
now I live on my father's farm.
Okay.
I I've been coming to the farm and working on the farm since I was a child. Um,
Ah,
Thereafter, my first, matter of fact, my first job was managing of the pastor's properties.
Okay,
My dad has
okay.
like 180 acres in Spanish Coast, where we did
Mm,
cattle
mm.
farming and farming of grains, beans and corn,
Yes,
um, mostly mechanized.
yes.
And we also had almost 50 acres of citrus when the citrus was booming
Mm-hmm,
in Stan Creek. So I did
mm-hmm.
both citrus farming and cattle rearing and grain growing.
Ah, okay. So you have the background. You have the background.
Yes, yes, yes,
So you have that range. You know, you can draw on it, and you said you're living on the farm, so you have the hands on.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So that's so much so. A snippet from your early childhood. Um, and wow, I'm amazed. I'm amazed because, like you said, it's in the west. You
Yes,
you you,
yes,
you ah
yes.
you started out in Punta Gorda, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah. I was born there, but that was it. I moved back to
ah,
Cayo because my dad was working in Central Farm already, and they transferred
yeah,
him to Toledo for a bit, and I was born there. And after a month, he moved back to Central Farm in Cayo.
got you, got you.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
we,
you're very comfortable running up and down the hills.
yeah, 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 for sure, for sure, for
Uh-huh,
sure.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
So now your career. Now we were going to get into that. So now your career. Tell us about how 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 you got into that.
Well, when I came out of the Belize College of Agriculture, my first job was managing Pastor's farm, and we had a we had a couple of bad crops.
Oh,
Where that's a time when the flash flood started, and we went through 100% loss of the crops. We used to plant like 60 acres of corn,
wow.
mechanized, and then the first flash flood came and took away that entire 60 acres. And
Mm,
we replanted again. We replanted beans. A second flash flood came and took that away. So it was a
mm,
very hard time for the pastor's farm. So I
mhm.
decided to go and look for a job. And that's how I ended up in Stan Creek. My first job, other than working on this farm, was at Belize Food Products. I was a field supervisor at the Belize Food Products. So I did that for a year plus. Um, and thereafter, I decided to enter the public service in 1990. And I was employed by my my first job in the public service was at the Listowel Boys Training School as an agriculture instructor. And
Okay.
that's how I started working with the government of Belize.
Then from there, immigration.
From there, I tried teaching for a couple of years,
Uh-huh.
um, but that was too much work. So I know what teachers go through because that was a lot of work, you know.
Okay.
At
Okay.
that time, you had to do daily notes, weekly scheme. So you didn't have
Uh-huh.
a Sunday because you were preparing for the week.
Yes,
You had
yes,
to work
yes.
on posters. It was too much work for me. And I said, I prefer doing the, I prefer doing, going to the mainstream public service. I must say when I went to teach, I started. They had what they call a REAP program, which is a rural education agricultural program that they had back then, where they encourage rural schools to teach agriculture. So that's how I transferred into go and work with the REAP program. Yeah.
Okay. Well, but you retired from government service, so it seemed like you know you don't like to change. You don't like to change and change. So you've had a full career with the government, yes?
Yes, I've had a full career with government, but as a matter of fact, on the contrary, I love to change because I
Uh-huh.
I I I must mention also that I started to teach karate simultaneously with working with the government, right? So I've been teaching karate as long as I've been working with the government, or before. A few months before I started working with government. A few months before that, I opened my karate club, right?
Okay,
So
good.
I've been teaching. So
Yes, yes. But to teach
so
karate, you have to be an expert. So you are an expert. But you, like you said, you did it parallel, right? Or parallel
yeah,
track, right?
yeah,
So then now you were you were doing the job for a living, to earn a living.
yes.
So your passion is really the karate.
My yes.
Uh-huh.
Whenever I travel, and they ask for your profession, I put karate instructor. Even even while even while I was working with the government, be-
Yes,
because
yes,
that's my
yes.
passion.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get um than what I got
Uh-huh.
teaching karate because of
Yes,
the impact you have on your society. All right.
yes. Okay. Let's talk about it then. How that began, how you got into it in the first place, how it whet your appetite, the karate thing, how you dip your toe.
Well, the first time I got introduced, I was always attracted to martial arts.
Mhm.
So my first attraction to martial arts came through the movies, the Bruce Lee
Oh,
movies and stuff
ah,
like that. And I had a childhood friend
okay. Uh-huh.
who we grew up together in Central Farm. He was older than I was, like 2 or 3, at least 3 years older than I am. And
Okay.
we used to find martial art books and we used to practice the stances and so on. And that's how it started, but
Mhm.
nothing formal. And I got introduced to actual karate because people call everything karate, but not
Yeah.
everything is karate. Karate is a discipline by itself.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
first time I got introduced to karate was at the Belize College of Agriculture because I was an athlete. I was in at the Belize College of Agriculture. I was the best track athlete. I was the best um,
Okay.
basketball. I was very very
All
good
around that.
at sport. Yeah, all around that. And I got introduced to karate from a guy from Punta Gorda by the name of Thomas Tillich. He was a student at the Belize Karate. Sorry, a student at the Belize College of Agriculture as well, and he was the
Uh-huh.
first who introduced actual karate to me because he was
Yeah.
training formally in a school in Punta Gorda,
Okay.
right? And
Okay.
we trained for a while, and that just died off. And
Uh-huh.
af- after I graduated from the Belize College of Agriculture, and I
Uh-huh.
moved down south to
Uh-huh.
work at the Belize Food Products, known as Salada.
Uh-huh.
The same time, an instructor from Punta Gorda came by the name of Leonard Nunes, and he decided to open a karate club in Dangriga. So they came and they did a presentation at the town hall, and I attended the
Mhm.
presentation, and he signed up people who were interested, and that's how I started karate in 19 that was like 1988 or something like that.
Okay.
I was already an adult. I didn't have the opportunity to practice karate, formal karate as a child.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
And
decided.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
so I decided to give that opportunity to young Belizeans, the opportunity that I didn't get.
To
So
start early, to break them out early.
yes, 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 yes. So I
Mhm.
moved back to San Ignacio. I had a low rank. I wasn't an expert as yet. I was a beginner, so to speak,
Okay.
in the karate
But
context. I only had like an orange belt,
orange. Okay. Okay. Okay.
right?
Okay.
But I had leadership qualities and passion,
Mhm.
right?
Yes. Yes.
That I
Yes.
got
Yes. Yes.
from my parents, who were both public officers. My dad was he was also always um multi-dimension, I would say, because
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
my dad uh worked with the Ministry of Agriculture, and simultaneously worked with the military.
In
Right?
what capacity with the military? In what capacity?
He was an officer. He was an officer in the military. Matter of
Is
fact,
that right? Is
matter
that
of fact,
right?
he was one of the persons who raised the flag on the 21st of September,
Independence?
1981. Yes,
Okay,
the man,
okay.
the man raised the first Belize flag,
I got
right?
you. I got you. I hear you.
And he handed over the Union. He handed over the Union Jack to Prince Andrew,
Ah,
I think it was.
yeah, make it carry it back, man. Make it carry that
Yeah,
back.
he handed over the Union Jack.
Yes, yes,
So
yes. I
I,
see.
I, and my mom
Uh-huh.
was a teacher in our early years at primary
Mm-hmm.
school, and when I moved to high school,
Mm-hmm.
she decided to move to high school because she knew I don't like school. Boy, it was a drama. It was a drama for get people study, because I don't like. Boy, I can't. I'm an athlete. I can't sit down. Can't
I
sit down
got
in a classroom. Easy.
okay. Okay.
So Miss Clara Pastor decided to go and teach at the high school where I was going to go to high school.
Okay. Oh my. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's how I finished high school, because she was there to make sure I do my homework. Boy,
That's
when I
I
say I don't
got
got no homework, sure.
you. They over your shoulder. They over
Yes,
your
man.
shoulder.
She don't check all the assignments I got. So I couldn't lie that I don't have no homework tonight. She
Fine.
checked with that. She checked with all my teachers to ensure that she get
Yeah.
she knew which homework I get or not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you made sure, right, that this passion you had, like you said, martial arts is the broader concept for it.
Yeah.
That you continue to feed that, right? You continue to feed that parallel with your um getting your education. You continue to feed the sport, right? You
Yes.
grow in it, like you grew in it, right?
Yes, because Brother Lewis,
You went from orange belt. You went from orange belt.
yeah, I grew. I started a
Uh-huh.
school, a formal school. I started at Sacred College.
Uh-huh.
I used the classroom there. I asked them for permission to use the classroom. So my first recruitment was done at the Sacred College in San Ignacio.
Oh, okay.
And then I moved around a bit, because that classroom environment, where you have to go and move armchairs every day, and then sometimes you can't use
Yeah.
the classroom, and
Okay.
so we moved to what was then the what is now the welcoming center. We asked the
Uh-huh.
mayor permission to use, they had the name was the cultural center. We used that for a bit, and we were
Okay.
moving around until an opportunity came, knocked on my door, um, through the then area representative of Cayo, one of the Santa Elena area,
Uh-huh.
Daniel Silva. Daniel Silva said, "I love your persistence. I love your program.
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to bring your program to Santa Elena at the Crack House."
Oh boy. Okay. Okay.
That time, that
Challenge.
time, that was the mid of the crack era, the cocaine
Yes.
era.
Yes. Yes.
And they
Yes.
had this building, this big building where people used to go and buy and smoke crack.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And everybody was afraid to go to that area. And Daniel Silva said, "Are you willing to go and transform this area for me? I want
Yes.
to
Yes.
transform this area to a positive youth development area."
Yes. 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 Yes.
And I
Yes.
took up
Yes.
the challenge,
Uh-huh. And how
right?
did that go? How did that go?
That went so, that was a perfect program. Perfect.
Magnanimous.
I had the largest karate school. I ended up having the largest karate school in the country. And I
Wow.
grew,
Wow.
along with my students, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we ended up transforming the area to a positive youth development area, and Daniel Silva
Yeah.
paid our rent. We were the first
Yes.
karate school to have big mirrors on the wall. We had punching bags up. I'm talking about the early 90s. We had
I, uh-huh.
wooden floors, and
Uh-huh.
the community supported me. Chalk Creek, um, Orange Gallery, what is now the Orange Gallery. He was known as Caesar's Place.
Yes, yes, yes.
Deploys, all those people donated mirrors, and they used to send me to the States to train during the summer to go attend black belt camps, and they used to pay for my flight to go and
Well,
train.
that's where I was wanting to go. I want to know how you, right, grew in your skill set personally, right? Because now you're talking, you're heading to the black belt now, right?
Yeah,
So, but you gain it through how? Through competition.
I gained my knowledge through passion, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Competition and everything is on the side. Is like the you know on the
Uh-huh.
outskirts side.
Uh-huh.
Those are the I mean, I got my skills and so on through participating, yes, but you had to have the passion and the
Yes.
dedication and the
Yes.
will.
Yes.
Um, I had instructors that I visited once per month, like Sensei John Nunes and Sensei Leonard Nunes. They were my first instructors, and I saw them once per month, and then I did not miss any competitions. Right, I
Locally in
ensured
Belize, like competitions in Belize.
Belize and outside of Belize.
Ah.
Right, Belize and outside of Belize. I've
Outside
competed.
meaning in the region, like North America and South America and Central America, where
Yes, I've been from North to South America competing and
chronicle a little,
participating.
give us a little chronicling of, right? Because you grew incrementally and then you continue to grow and then you continue to grow. But
Yes,
you became a competitor in the sport.
yes.
Right?
I start.
Tell us
My, my,
about, yeah, build a bridge for us about your competitiveness in the martial arts.
well,
You went
it
from
started.
show to
It,
show
sta-
to show.
it started by us having national championships in Belize,
Okay,
and
okay,
then one of the greatest event that we had in Belize were the Belize Games. Um,
okay.
and I was top gun in both the Belize Games. I medaled in both track. I think one of the few athletes who medal in more than one discipline in the Belize Games because I
Ah,
medaled in karate and I medaled in track
okay,
because track
okay.
was my first love before I met karate,
My
right?
goodness. Uh-huh.
And after attending national championships, I
Uh-huh.
then I then started to compete international,
Okay.
uh, mostly Pan American championships in the US and in different parts of Central America, South America. Attended some of the Central American Caribbean games, Central American games as a competitor. So I was not afraid to even though our karate was still young
Uh-huh.
compared to the other countries, I was
Uh-huh.
never afraid to go out there and get my butt kicked for Belize.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
every single time I traveled, I brought back something new to give
Yeah.
to the people who are coming behind me.
Yes, but in boxing, right?
Uh,
The guys they have one punching bag, right?
yeah,
Somebody they train pan, right? They practice pan. So in Belize now, because you are trying to reach that world standard, so in Belize you have to have good workout, right? You have aspiring partner, right?
yeah.
Yes or no? Yes or no? To take
Like
you
I
to
said,
that next level, you need sparring partner.
yes, we have sparring partner. We did formal training. Karate is one of the only disciplines that for a
Uh-huh.
long time has had formal, organized, trained instructors, formal training. So
Okay.
we had Japanese instructors visiting the country
Uh-huh.
at least 2 times a year,
Wow.
or once a year, and then we go out there as well to meet with Japanese instructors to get trained. So back then it was we did the groundwork, and we tried to build from the base.
Fast forward this thing for us then.
Uh-huh.
What? Not about your school,
Uh-huh.
about you.
Yeah.
Because now you're international. You are international, and like you said, not just in the field of martial arts, right? You're on the sports committees here in Belize, right? Because you are multi you multi skilled,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yep.
so tell us about that dynamic, right? About your associations abroad, linking it with what you are doing with the organizations at Olympic, i.e., at home.
Well, you always start at the base, and as a I continue to work with young people because I know the importance of uh, development
Mhm.
incrementally, because I started as an athlete, and then I became a coach, and then I became an administrator. I became the vice president of the federation, and then the president, and then I started to run for politics.
President of
Belize Karate
the
Federation,
okay, go ahead,
right? So the um, in Belize they have two karate organizations. You have the Belize Karate Federation and the Belize Shotokan Karate Association, right?
Okay. Mhm.
The Belize Shotokan Karate Association is like a private organization run by
Mhm.
a Japanese organization, right? By the
Okay.
Japanese.
Okay.
The recognized karate body is the Belize Karate Federation. They are recognized by the National Olympic Committee. So
I
it's
see.
true. So it's the Belize Karate Federation is an inclusive organization where
Right.
you
Right.
can practice different styles of karate, but come under the same banner to compete and select a
Yeah.
national team.
Uh-huh.
While the Belize Shotokan Karate Association, only their members who train Shotokan, one style of karate, because
I
karate has
understand.
different styles.
Uh-huh.
So their organization is more exclusive in terms
Yes.
of only
Yes.
Shotokan practitioners who are registered with their organization can
I got
participate
it.
in their tournaments.
Left
Right?
alone, like you said, they are private,
Right?
right? But now
So
you became the president, right, of the global one, the recognized
yes,
one
yes.
from
But
Belize. From
but
Belize.
my point was that I was the first vice president when we formed the Belize Shotokan Karate Association, because
The
that's where I
national.
started.
Is that
That's where I
right?
started. That's where I started.
I see.
But
I see.
my problem was with the Belize Shotokan Karate Association, as I said, they were not inclusive. I wanted,
Yeah.
if we cannot say we're the best in karate if we don't invite other karate styles to come and
Of
participate.
course. Of course. I agree with you.
So
I agree with you.
so I decided to form the Belize Karate Federation.
What are you? Oh, our brother, you
Right?
started.
Yes, I formed the Belize Karate Federation along with
Oh,
a few other guys because
yes, 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 yes.
I started to receive sanctions from the Belize Shotokan Karate Association for inviting other people to come to our tournaments. So I
I
said,
got you.
This is not making sense. We need
Yeah,
to
yeah,
give everybody opportunity to participate,
yeah. Yes,
right?
I.
So before the Belize Karate Federation, we had the Belize Karate Association, but
Uh-huh.
that was more structured as a club from Belize City, right?
Yeah,
So
but now I want to fast forward to me and both accomplishments because now you will now send people to compete and try to win games.
yes, so
Okay, tell us about that.
I'll continue to speak to about the
Go ahead.
you're asking me about my growth, about my growth, right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes, yes.
after becoming the president of the Belize Karate Federation,
Correct.
before when we used to attend games, we didn't have a formal way to select athletes, all right? So it would be like one person would call you, "Boy, you want to go there? Yeah, or you want to go there?" And stuff like that. So when we used to, so all we used to do was attend games when they have games. We
Uh-huh.
didn't attend any championships, but we used to
Wow.
attend games. And it's the
Wow.
championships that help you to grow,
That
right?
true. That true.
You can't only go to multidisciplinary games, multi-sport games, and then expect to do
I,
well.
I
So
agree
what
with you.
I did, becoming the president of the Belize Karate Federation, we joined the Central American Karate Confederation. So we are
Oh,
one of the first
okay.
discipline who joined and played an active role in Central America.
Yeah, but remember now, you're not the only English speaking, right?
Only English speaking, yes. But
Go ahead, go ahead.
that didn't scare me at all. I ran for the first election I became a member. The first time
Uh-huh.
I got the opportunity to run for elections in Central America, I ran for elections.
Why?
So
Okay.
so and I won the seat of the second vice president, which was
All right.
contested by other countries. Right?
Okay. Okay.
And
Yes,
I was the second vice president for the Central American Karate Confederation.
uh-huh.
Because when Belize used to show up to these tournaments, they used to treat us very bad. They used to ignore
Yes,
us. They used to not give us any type of judgment. They also like just
yes,
treat us throw us on the side. So I had to get into the politics of the thing
yes, 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 yes.
for make sure we gain that respect from that Belize, that
Yes,
country that So
yes, yes, yes,
so
yes.
then afterwards, I decided to put in my hat for the
Uh-huh.
Central American and Caribbean Karate Confederation, which is a step
Okay.
up.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Expand
yes,
it. Expand it.
yes. And I won that election too.
Huh?
I had, yeah, because why I gained notoriety out there was because of showing up. Belize was never
Well,
seen before. Belize was never
well,
seen every year.
yeah, but
But
you're a responsible man.
yeah,
He
man, I
said
make
what
sure.
he said it, man. He said what it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know how for their thing that work.
Well, remember, I'm a unionist too. Remember, I'm a unionist.
Because
Of
now.
course, once you're a unionist, you have to know how to deal with politics.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I won my elections
Yes.
in Central America and the Caribbean Karate Confederation. I was
Yes.
contested by Costa Rica and Mexico, and I beat two of them.
Yes,
Imagine that,
I.
right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes, yes.
I sat on that board. I sat on that board for 2 or 3 terms, Central America and Caribbean.
How long the term?
4 years.
Why? Not a lifetime?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I.
I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah, yeah.
anybody else that believes in a karate who have accomplished those type of stuff, man. I've done a lot, and in
You have
and
done. You have done. I don't know if the country
well,
appreciate.
that's a different story.
Yes, 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 yes,
But
yes, yes.
we have grown
Uh-huh.
um technically. We have
Yeah.
grown technically and a lot since we have participated in in our own region, like Central America and Central America and Caribbean. Um, but I must say that in sports,
Mhm.
it's like a it's like a graph. You go up and down, because there's no sustainability because of the financial um, commitment we have
The lack
from
thereof. The lack
yes, the
thereof.
luck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, people get exhausted of spending their own money to represent the country. And you have opportunities of meeting some good people, training some good athletes, dedicated athletes. They grow up with you, and then you just lose them because they just get financially exhausted. You know,
Make I ask you this. Make I ask you this, right? Because Jamaica get to worse than that. but because they put structure in there, they put
Yeah.
structure.
Yeah.
They got world class gym and that thing there, and so on, right? Training facilities and so. So obviously, and they start to block them out for early, like what you were doing, because
Yeah.
you get into karate later in your latter years,
Yeah.
but you decided that you will help the youngins so they could break in from the bone still sharp.
Yeah.
So that's what we really need to do, put structure. So
Yeah.
I want you now to make the recommendations with your vision going forward for martial arts in Belize.
Well, martial arts and is like any other sport won't develop to full capacity without government support. Punto
Okay.
final. Because all other countries have that structure in place already. In Central America, has that
Okay.
structure of government support, and widely in the Caribbean as well. Because Jamaica, I think, is 6% of their earlier income tax goes towards sports.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So
I hope they are listening. I hope they are
Jamaica
listening.
is not progressing just like that. That performance is not
No,
just
they
like that.
invest. They are investing.
Invest. They invest into the young people.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So until we get um um
Serious.
serious support and stop the talk every time. Every 2 years they have a conference or for plan this and plan that, and nothing happened. Every time the minister changed, some our next conference for do the same thing. We just had one this morning again, and no changes. Right?
Yeah. Boy.
I was in a meeting this morning to a consultation meeting with the sports council. They brought in some consultancies, and they're talking about drafting a sports policy again. And it's the same issue, same thing over and over, and we're not seeing no changes. So
Who,
until
who,
we
who is it? Well, what I'm trying to say is the following. I'm trying to ask a question. Because we have a minister of sports, right? We have a minister of sports, and
yeah
he has with a budget for the ministry.
yeah
Uh, would you run for that office to become the minister
no
of sports?
no no
Would, but then you could be the kingmaker, right? You could identify somebody, right, who will get there and make the policy that you need to
well
take the
well
sport to the next level. No?
but not surprising, but sports in Belize is very political.
Yeah.
Whenever the government of the day changes, the administration changes, all the employees in terms of the sports officers and so on, the sports coordinators change,
There's
right? So
something new.
if the PUP administration in, everybody become PUP, the damn sports council. If the UDP in, everybody become UDP in the damn sports council.
In
So they
other words,
use.
they don't put the most competent, they put appointee.
I've been involved with sports consistently for over 30 years, and I have never been invited to sit on the board of the sports council.
Aye,
Never been, never been,
aye,
right?
aye.
And I've been on my own for the most part, um, for many years, developing karate in Belize in terms of the sports aspect of it. We've
Wow,
spent a lot of money
wow.
participating and representing Belize internationally, and it's like private money, people spending their own money, parents trying to come up with the money.
Wow,
Um, I spending my own money to travel.
wow,
Um,
wow, wow,
you know,
wow.
so uh, it's just a lot, man. It's just a lot.
The matter is urgent. My
It is
brother,
urgent.
we are reach a point where you can make your closing remarks. Go ahead.
Well, um, I just want you to know that for me, I have never measured success by the amount of medals we win. Because the first thing people ask you when you represent the country, when you win any medal, I measure success by seeing the growth of the young people I have an impact on. Like um, a lot of my students turns out to be valedictorians, salutatorians, managers, technical people, and I know they have a sound background in leadership because my program is all about leadership.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You can only be
Yes.
you're an athlete for a few years in your life,
Yes.
but
That's
but a leader for your entire life. So
yes.
our program is not structured around the kicks and the punches. That's just a
Okay.
means to get to the end of being a leader,
Yes.
a great community person, a great developer of your countries. Love your country. We teach love of country, love of self, love of family, respect that I've mentioned. And we teach from young how to be professional. My 6-year-old, my 7-year-olds, they need to call and tell me, Sensei, I'll be late today. Send a text. If you'll be
Yes.
absent, you need to send a text and say, I'll be
This is
absent today.
yes. Yes.
Right? So small things like that, makes a difference in the community you're rearing. Right?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Our students, when they walk into the dojo, they need to pick up a broom. We don't care how much. If your man have $1 million, your man have
Yes, sir.
$10, your
Yes, sir.
parents rich, your poor, whatever, you have to go sweep.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Right? So
All right.
humility is a large part of our teaching as well. Because we treat everybody equally in the dojo. All right? It doesn't matter of your race, your culture, your financial background or whatever, you're treated equally like everybody else in the dojo. Um,
Okay.
and we don't judge you according to your physical capacity. You don't have to be very
Yes.
athletic for you to be respected in a karate dojo, right? We treat you by the way how you respect each other and respect yourself, right?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
could have the best kick, but the worst discipline. Show up that class, call and say I'll be absent, but the lead kid physically inclined, one still will have a higher rank than you because it
Yes.
show leadership and it show respect, right?
Yes.
So
Finally, Sensei, you
now,
and the Japanese have built a very close relationship. What's going on there?
well, they have shown some interest in me. They have they told me they nominated me for an award, a Japan award, and they asked me
I
for a
know
lot.
you've been to Japan. I know that.
Yes, I've been to Japan twice. Or three times, actually. Um, and they are impressed with because in karate we emulate their Japanese culture, right?
Okay.
Of respect and humility and
Yes.
perseverance.
I've been to Japan. I've been to
Yeah,
Japan.
yeah, yeah. So
Yes.
so 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 they have expressed interest and they have nominated me for an award, and they said a lot of people were nominated,
Uh-huh.
and the list from the time they asked me to send additional information, I was on the short
Yes.
list.
You're up on the short list, too?
I left on the short list. So let's cross the finger. I hope I get the
all
award.
all
It
the
will mean a lot.
best.
It will mean a lot to me.
All the best, Sensei. And if
Yes,
you don't
sir.
get it this time, keep up the good work. And let's keep the struggle, keep the fighting, so we could get it to international level, get our sports in general, but in particular, the sport you're involved with, martial arts, to international level. Not only, right, the individual skill set, but have the infrastructure and financing behind it. Much obliged to you, Sensei. Thanks for
Thank you
coming
very
on the
much
show.
thank you very much for
Um,
inviting me.
okay, my brother. Are you
Are you?